Dispensers and droppers. What's the difference? What can the dispenser do that the dropper can't? What can the dropper do that the dispenser can't? Today I'm showing you how to use both of these blocks in a very short, easy tutorial. Okay, so the dispenser and the dropper both basically just drop items, like so. It does that part pretty much exactly the same, but what makes them different is the dispenser basically uses an item and droppers put them into a container. So basically, if we load this armor into the dispensers, like so, and then put a lever down at our feet and then flick it, the dispenser equips all the armor onto you. And it can even use things to interact with other things, like using shears to shear sheep, or using bone meal to bone meal crops. If we put our bone meal in the dispenser and then plant our crops there, then every time we flick this lever, it'll bone meal the crops until it's fully grown. And once it's fully grown, it won't spit out the item or anything. It'll just have puffs of smoke come out. And as you see here, there's 61. And every time we flick this lever, it will not go down because it won't be used. So don't worry, even if you won't get any benefits from it, because the wheat is already fully grown, your resources won't be wasted. The dispenser can throw projectiles too, like so. It can also throw eggs, but it can't dispense ender pearls because that has to do with who threw it, and it can't teleport a solid block, so it just spits it out like a regular item. Now for the dropper, if we do the same thing, oh wait, we'll need water. If we do the same thing, plant the seeds there, and power it, it'll just spit the bone meal out. It will not do anything to interact with it. What it will do is it can put things into other containers, such as chests, hoppers, dispensers, other droppers even. We can stack up droppers like so. And if we build something like this, where blocks and redstone torches are alternating, and we build a redstone clock right here that's powering it, and we put a block there, it will end up here, because each dropper is placing it into the next one until it gets to the top. You can even store it in a chest up here, and then every time it gets to this dropper, it'll be placing it in the chest, and they all end up there. And by any container, I mean any container, but the ender chest doesn't really count because it doesn't hold just anything. It has to do with the player and anything the player puts in there. And things that aren't players can't interact with something only one player can access. So basically, the ender chest only contains items for a certain player. Since the dropper isn't a player, this mechanic doesn't work for it. And just like that, it can put all these items in all these containers, just not the ender chests. Side note, I uploaded my first video exactly 4 months ago, so I'm really happy how much I've grown and improved and how far I've come. So thank you guys so much for that. And now is the time you've all been waiting for, our clock of the day. Okay, so at this point, I've shown you all the most practical clocks. So by now, these are just for fun and have lost all practicality. So what's happening here is every time an item goes into this hopper, it goes into the dropper, which the comparator detects and gives us our signal to power whatever we want here. And then it goes back down underground, in this tunnel here, and then into the dropper again, which spits it back out up this bubble stream and flows into here, which the sign stops the water flow, and falls back into the hopper, and it repeats. And the reason this repeater is here is because the comparator is only giving an output of 1, so it needs to be renewed right where that repeater is. That's important. Make sure you keep that in there if you want to build this for some odd reason. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if this helped you in any way. And if you find yourself coming back and watching a lot of my videos, just please subscribe. It's one easy button and I'm trying to hit 200. Thank you so much, and make sure you've seen last episode before you go on to the next one. Thank you for watching.